It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Plants and gardens expert Craig Hignight joining us live to answer all of your burning questions. Head over right now to our WQAD Facebook page right now on your phone, and we will try to get your questions answered.
They all deserted us.
I know.
I hope the viewers did.
That's what I was going to say. Let's keep going because, yeah, you're pretty reliable. You're very dedicated. I know. Exclusive to WQAD. All right. My iris plant didn't bloom. What's the trick?
Okay, the trick is, and you're asking this question at exactly the right time, because right early to mid-July is the time to lift and divide the iris. Get them out of the ground, rework the bed, replant them. You save just the fan of leaves and maybe 3 or 4 inches of rhizome behind the leaf. Put them back in the ground. I would add some organic matter while I was working it up. They should be just below ground level when you put the rhizomes in. Take care of them for the rest of the summer. And we've been getting a lot of questions. Make sure that you do some watering in November and December. That's when these plants are making next year's flowers. And it was really dry last fall. We've had a lot of plants that just didn't perform well this spring because of it.
I'm wondering why my peaches on my mature tree seem to be have a hard outside now. I typically get peaches every other year, but the skin this year seems hard. Any idea what may be going on my peach trees?
Well, the every other year is because you're allowing too many peaches to stay on the tree in the good year. You should thin the crop. This will also allow you to get bigger peaches because the tree isn't supporting as many fruit, and you'll get more flowers the next year. As far as the skin, so much of that is the weather. Just make sure that when we aren't getting rain, that you're keeping that water. Remember, that tree is just like any vegetable in your garden. It has to have about 1 inch of water every week to produce well.
Are zinnias and cosmos just behind this summer? Mine are small.
Yeah, everything got off to a slow start this year. We had a very strange spring. The important thing is, are you out there giving them fertilizer about every 2 weeks? I suggest something in the crystal and or liquid form that you mix in your water and fertilize at least twice a month. 3 times isn't too much, actually, the 1st, the 10th, and the 20th. But I think a little fertilizer is going to go a long way to promoting the growth of these plants. And again, watch your watering.
When should I divide irises?
Irises, we're right on the money. Irises get divided sometime right around the 4th of July. It is time to dig the plants up, refresh the bed, get rid of all those old bare rhizomes, just save the best growing ends and put them back in the ground. And of course, use your root stimulator while you're doing this so that you get the best growth possible.
All right, we are going to answer more questions when we come back. Head to our WQAD Facebook page, and we'll see you in just a moment. Let's get back to our questions with Craig here. What do I do about blossom end rot on my tomatoes?
Blossom end rot. Well, that's kind of a misnomer because it's not a rot per se. It's a chemical imbalance that causes that black spot on the fruit, and you don't see it until you pick the first fruit. So what you need to do is spray the plant with either stop rot or yield booster. This is a liquid calcium preparation that you spray right on the plant so the plant can absorb it right through the leaves. And you should start this the day that you put your tomatoes in the ground. It's kind of an insurance policy that blossom end rot doesn't ruin your fruit when you're ready to pick it.
When is the best time to transplant asparagus?
Actually, I wouldn't transplant asparagus. It opens the crown up to too many diseases. If you really must do it, I would do it as soon as you see signs of life in the spring, but you're much better off if you want a new asparagus bed to buy fresh crowns, Jersey Giant, one of those super male varieties. And you're not, even if you transplant, you still can't harvest for 2 years after you transplant, so you might as well get good crowns and start off properly.
When is the best time to put Grub X on?
Grub X, right now. I have just seen my first Japanese beetle in the last 5 or 6 days, so they're just coming out, and that tells me that the beetles are now going to be breeding like mad, laying eggs everywhere. So now's the time to get your Grub X down to kill the small grub the day it comes out of the egg. 4th of July, that's what I always tell people. It's an easy date to remember.
Do earwigs eat plants? My clematis is being destroyed by something.
It's a possibility. Now, this is not the earworm that you get caught listening to the wrong song. This is an insect. It looks like it has pinchers, but those are actually on the tail, and they go to ground during the day. You're never going to see them. They're doing their damage at night, so you need to get an insecticide on the ground so as they come up and down, they're walking through the insecticide and killing them off.
Why are my mature fiddle leaf fig leaves suddenly dropping off the plant?
You've gotten it too wet. If you've got perfectly healthy leaves falling off of a fiddle leaf fig, or really most any plant, if it's a healthy leaf drop, it's usually because the plant has gotten a little too wet. Let it dry down a little bit better. Nobody kills a plant from lack of water, but we all kill them with too much. We kill them with kindness, actually.
Two-parter here. When is the best time to cut back on our 9-bark shrub, and what to put on our rose bush for insects?
Okay, your 9 barks should be pruned immediately after they get done blooming. And then for the roses, I would suggest 7 as the insecticide, or maybe even using the Bio-Advanced all-in-one. It's an insecticide, fungicide, and fertilizer, and you only have to treat about once every 6 weeks.
All right. Thank you so much, Craig, for coming in. A lot of good questions today. Yeah. I know. We appreciate you so much for joining our Facebook Live each and every Wednesday. There you can submit your questions and be part of the conversation. Here's a live look now from one of our JDC cameras out at TPC Deer Run. Look at all of the action taking place. We're just getting started with our coverage, live, extensive team coverage all throughout the day and the days ahead right here on your official station of JDC. But now let's send it over to our friends at ABC with a look at what's coming up on GMA3. Hey guys.
Coming up on GMA3, the holiday travel rush is on with a record number of Americans on the move. We'll tell you the best times to head out.